Which way am I supposed to hold it? This way?
Yeah.
Sure. Feels weird. Okay.
No, yeah, you have one hand like on the top.
This one, this way.
Yeah, one on the top.
This
yeah.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
No. This way?
Okay, let me see it. Cubicle. Did you see what I see? It's a building with Rubik's cubes sitting on their front desk. Is that a cat? Whose desk is this? You see all those cats in there? Drawn on the whiteboard? Wait a second. Do you see what I see? It says Speed Cube Shop right there. Like what? I am thoroughly confused right now. I might be at the wrong place. Guess what else? There's a 3D printer running. That makes me feel good. And all that, look at all that PLA sitting up there. Guys, my battery is probably gonna die, but I see a wild beast moving around inside the building.
Yeah, this is
not very often that you see a place where they have cubes sitting on the wall.
Yeah.
Are any of these like special?
Not really. I mean, these are Gander SMs. What would they have? Yellow nuts. So like the good type of Gander SM.
I've never tried a Gans actually because I'm kind of a cheap guy. I have like a GTS and like a little Magic that I'm magnetized.
Right?
Yeah, sure. Here. Oh, pass this off. Hey guys, they didn't let me film that much in the office, unfortunately, even though I wore their favorite shirt. But I get to record this a little bit here because no one's killing me yet. So yeah, I'm here with Trent.
Yep.
We've been working on a 3x3 for a couple of months. That maybe it's gonna get mass produced. We don't know yet, but yeah. Let's hope that it happens. Yeah, but my camera's at like 10%, so I'm probably gonna have to cut you guys out. I'll come back though. Farewell, Cubicle. Farewell. So, Phil didn't really let me film that much inside of the cubicle because apparently you have to have like a special permissional thingamajinger. But what I did there is I talked with Trent about the Speed Cube, which we're working on designing. We talked with Phil about it. I talked about a puzzle which Phil may be able to help me mass produce. So that's kind of exciting. But I did a little bit of shopping too, and so I thought I'd show you guys what I got. So first of all, there's that. You guys may be kind of confused why I would buy a Dayon 2x2, but it just so happens that this is actually the first 2x2 I ever had. But unfortunately, because the Dayon 2x2 pops so much, I lost one of the edge pieces, and so Phil was nice enough to give me a spare edge piece that he had lying around. So now I have that, and that's really nice. Yeah, so now my 2x2 actually performs, and it works. So what else I got? Well, I got a limited edition Boob Cube M. So, yeah, I spent a lot of time walking around the store looking at stuff which I sort of thought was cool, but I didn't really want to spend the money on. And eventually Phil was like, hey, why don't you get one of these? And I was like, you know what? Why not? It has the Cubicle sticker on it and everything, and I'm probably just going to leave it in its box on a shelf somewhere to look cool. Other than that, I did get some merch, but the majority of my purchases was this little bag of lubricants. I have all the regular ones. I have Silk. I have, let me put these guys off to the side. I have DNM 37. I have Cubicle 1, and I have Compound 5. Wait a second. What? Compound 5? How on earth did you get Compound 5? Well, I don't know if you've seen the other guys' videos, but Compound 5 is actually held in this type of bottle. So some of you guys may be like, oh, he just has like some random soap and he's calling it compound 5. But the truth of the story is, I was in the Rubik's lab in the cubicle, and I saw a mason jar and it had a bunch of blue liquid in it, and I was like, oh, what's that? And he's like, oh, that's compound 5. And I was like, cool, can I try it? And he said, sure. And then after that he said, you know what, do you want a sample of compound 5? And I was like, you know what, that would be pretty cool, because I've never been able to beta test one of my dude Chris Tran's secret projects before. And he said I could, and he gave me this bottle. This was just sitting on the desk. I guess they filled it with one of these bottles. By the way, the first time I tried to open this, I was like, what on earth? Because you have to like actually press down, otherwise it just like does that and never comes off. But yeah, this is compound 5. So you guys are probably a lot more interested in this than you are in any of the other stuff. So I guess I can test it in the only sort of dry cube that I have at the moment, which is a Yushin Little Magic. This has the stock lubricant in it. I haven't put anything else in it. I sort of want to try the other lubes in it because this is the first time that I've gotten all 3 of those lubes. Before I just had a little sample of this stuff. But yeah, I think he said something about putting 2 drops at a time. So let's do that. 1 drop, 2 drops. And I'm gonna feel this side. Wow, that's noticeable. Even in this cube, which is already really fast, you can feel it. It sort of wears down after a little while. Oh my lord. Yeah, this cube isn't the type of cube that you need to speed up anymore, especially when it doesn't have any magnets. So yeah, let me do a quick solve on this. I'll add a couple more drops. One thing that I noticed when I was using this in the past is it really sticks to the feet. Like it sticks to that plastic in it. It sort of ends up in this little uneven coating. You can sort of see it in there. Another thing that I sort of noticed is that after a while, it'll actually sort of dry out. Or not dry out, but it won't stay perfect forever, which is kind of unfortunate. And adding more doesn't really help. I don't know if that's just because I added too much to start out with, and then eventually it breaks down and then gets all gunky, but you have to be careful with this lube. It isn't like perfect, or it isn't the magical new lubricant that's gonna fix everything. It's just a water-based fast lube. It's sort of like DNM 37, except a little bit faster. As for uses for this lube, I think the first time that I used it, I applied it on top of the other Angstrom lubes which I had, which is the Dignitas and Gravitas, and it really helped a lot. So I think that this lube is probably gonna replace DNM 37 in the Lubical Pro Shop, like the Angstrom cubes, where they put DNM 37 on top of the whatever lubricant you're getting. It's probably gonna replace that. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, there's that, and then it'll also, it's just sort of like a replacement for stuff like Lubical Silk and Lubical One, which I believe are both silicone-based. Don't quote me on that. But it's just like a water-based lube. So I think Chris said that the benefit of that is that you can like wipe off a little bit and then it comes out really easily, unlike silicone lubes, which will stick in your cube and it's really hard to get them off. But yeah, so that's what it does to a cube, and that's my opinion on what it does to a cube. So on my road trip, I was at a summer camp, and I thought that I'd let some of my fellow counselors try the lube out and just sort of give like a blind reaction to how the lube felt in the cube. Now, none of them have like tried any other lubes like DNM 37 or any of that stuff, but it's just kind of interesting to see what other people think about it. I'm actually recording now, by the way. Right now? Yeah. Tell me about it. How does the Rubik's Lube feel right now?
It's feeling a little stiff right now, to be honest. I don't have too much experience with the Rubik's Cube, but it's definitely, you know, I'm feeling a little clunkiness out of this.
So if you reach into that magical bag of Rubik's is over there. Grab the blue one for me, please.
This one?
Yeah.
So I just
now you wanna hold 2 of the pieces apart, like the corner and the edge piece. Let me show you. See there? Yeah, you got it.
I'm a Rubik's professional.
Yeah, the Cubicle should hire you to be one of the Rubik's professionals.
That's it?
Yeah, a couple drops.
Ooh. Ooh,
does it feel different?
There's definitely a notable difference.
Yeah.
Ooh. Ooh, yeah, I feel like a lot on that one. This one is, yeah, it's definitely a lot more sticky.
So that is a brand new Cubicle. Oh my gosh. It's called Compound 5, I think. Yeah, it's Compound 5. And it's this magical lube made by this beautiful human known as Chris Tran, who is a buff shirtless Asian dude who also does chemistry. Yeah. And so he develops Cubicle chemistry stuff, and he developed this new lube. And not
term?
Huh?
Cubicle is actually the term?
I think it's I think they call it, well, the company that makes it is the Cubicle. So it's Cubicle Professional Lubricants. He made this brand new lube, and since I went to the Cubicle office, they gave me a sample of what is to come. So yeah.
I'm liking it.
You liking it, man?
Yeah, I'm liking it.
What does it feel like right now?
Right now, it's pretty smooth, I guess. I don't know.
Is it good?
It's good. It goes pretty well.
So you can like put some other stuff in it. This is like the magical liquid.
Alright.
Compound 5 by my favorite dude, Chris Tran.
Okay.
And then you sort of like hold two pieces apart,
Why are you getting so much honey? It's so thick.
like with your thumb, and then
How
put a
much?
couple drops in there.
1, 2, 3. Is that enough?
Yeah. And then just like, you don't have to do that. You just like turn the sides, like the side which it was on. Do you remember which piece? And just turn all the different sides.
Hold it like
You have to sort of like spread it in.
You're gonna break it that way.
You can like scramble it. Doesn't matter.
Well, I'm not gonna be able to get it back.
That's okay.
I guess
Does it feel any different?
it does feel a little different.
Is it
maybe a little smoother, but not much.
Yeah, there was already some of this stuff like in there before. It's kind of hard to clean it out.
I was gonna say it's not a whole lot different, but maybe a little.
And then some.
Anyhow guys, that's all that I got for today's video. I am back in the workshop, so that's nice. I may be able to make another video this week about more puzzles, like last week's video, which by the way did really well. I have no idea why last week's video did so well. But yeah, make sure to stay subscribed, stay liking the videos and ringing the bell, and do all the things. I'll see you in the next video. Peace out. Bye.